The first 6 months of my sobriety were really difficult, like many. Withdrawal, depression, not knowing what treatment was available, and not seeking out the treatment because I was scared to leave the house.
Welcome back to the Hopeaholics podcast. I'm your girl, Natalie Eva Marie.
And I'm Chad Carlson, and you're listening to the #1 addiction and mental health podcast.
And you guys, if you or a loved one is struggling, make sure you head to askevamarie.com or chaddick.com and chat with one of our AI companions 24/7.
Or text the number right here on the screen.
Together, we are breaking the stigma around addiction and mental health.
And fighting the fentanyl epidemic.
Now, let's get into the episode.
Chris, welcome to the Hopeaholics podcast.
Thank you.
You just had me up in here bitching and complaining about stuff, Lewis. Are you gonna cut that out, or? Chris, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me. It's my pleasure. It's awesome.
All the way from Rochester, New York, huh?
Yeah, just a quick up and down it was. No, it wasn't quick.
Not at all.
Not
it was
at
like
all.
a travel day from...
Like your travel day when you were in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I feel his pain and misery.
Yeah, we weren't sure if we were going to make it, but we did.
17 flights later and a million different dysfunctional planes later.
Yeah, I was so excited to get here. I've never been to California. This is my
Oh my
first
gosh, no
time,
way.
So.
Welcome to the West Coast.
Yeah, it's wild. And then I've seen a ton of episodes from this podcast, and now to be sitting here is just mind-blowing, really. I'm trying to take it all in. I almost wish we had a little more buffer time before we started so I could just sit here, and try to take it in. But it's just one of the many perks, I think, to starting this company. So I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your company.
Yeah.
Sober Strong.
Yeah. So Sober Strong. So we're a sobriety inspired apparel company, right? And we're trying to build, it's a community, and the clothing is really the jerseys. That's how I look at it. Right. So I grew up in the hardcore scene, the hardcore music scene. It was crew oriented, family oriented. Your friends, you stuck close by to who you rolled with, right?
Yeah.
And you had the confidence to go to explore, to go where you wanted to go. You could walk into a show, and know that your friends are going to be there, and maybe you want to jump into the pit and throw down, or maybe you're just exploring kind of yourself, and and you got your friends, your family there, and it makes it just a little bit easier. So we try to create a community, a mentality, like it's okay to be sober, it's okay to be out loud and sober. You can be proud of it, you don't have to hide from it, and I think we're doing that. So I started the company post accident. I was in a car accident.
What year?
This was about 9 months ago.
Oh, wow.
So of last year, 2024.
So this is brand new. This is like just birthed.
Yeah. And I ended up needing A-lift surgery, which is a few of my discs in my back were taken out, and they put artificial discs in. So
Which part?
L4, L5, L5, S1.
What happened in the accident?
So the fast version of this story is...
You don't have to do a fast one. You can break it down.
Yeah.
That's
Not
why
the
you're
fast version, but just the important parts.
Yeah.
Right? So I was coming home. It was late at night, and I was at a stoplight, and I got hit by a driver that didn't stop. So I rolled off to the side of the road, and this person pulled in behind me, gotten out, and I lost my phone during the collision. So she had gotten out, and she had her daughter, I assume her daughter with her, a young child. And I said, can you call an ambulance? Because I was hurt. And she didn't want to. She didn't want to call. And her daughter is there next to her crying. So basically, I insisted that she called. You know, I was like, I don't have my phone. You know, I need you to call in so many words, which was basically like, are we swear on this
course.
podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a terrible
yeah.
sailor's mouth. I was like, you fucking call right now. You know, that's crazy that you're not going to call an ambulance for me when you just, it wasn't like it wasn't a fender bender. I mean, she just didn't stop at the light.
And you were parked, or you were dead stopped.
So she hit me hard.
Now, what do you now? Was she sober?
Well, so she pulls in behind me and gets out. So she says, "Okay, I'll call. I have to call for my daughter. I'll call." And she goes back to her car. She's parked behind me with her headlights on. I can't see the car license plate or them when they get to the car, but she slams in reverse and takes off.
Oh.
So I found my phone. It had actually gotten wedged underneath the emergency brake. So I called for myself, but by that time she was long gone. Was she sober?
Probably not.
We don't know, but they assumed that probably she was under the influence of something. In New York State, I forget what the exact law is, but Leanne's law maybe. I would have to check. But you should never be under the influence in a vehicle ever.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not with a minor.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are, it's not a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
You're probably going to be doing some jail time right off the bat.
Yeah.
So they thought that could be motive for her to flee.
Yeah.
And they never found her.
No way.
No, yeah.
So you guys don't have like cameras everywhere like we do.
Well, no, we don't, but it was just the worst possible place it could have happened. So the road actually that it happened on is quite busy, but at that spot, everything was so set off the road and it was very dark, you know. A little further down, a couple miles, is like it starts to get busy again. Businesses get closer, street lights, but I called every business on that street. I posted everywhere online. I had my wife drive around and look for Ring cameras and tried to find those people. I did everything you can think of. You know, you have so many people online. Like, did you do this? Did you do this? I did everything you can think of. But we just couldn't.
Wow.
We just couldn't get it. So she got away with one, and hopefully she learned from that. I mean, I don't judge her because I haven't been in that situation. I don't know what I would do. Mm-hmm. I'd like to think I would call an ambulance for the person and step up, and but so the result of that was that I needed to fix my back, and so I got surgery, and post-surgery birthed Sober Strong.
Nice.
What is your recovery date?
2/1/23.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I got it right here. Actually, I waited until my 30s to get exterior tattoos.
Really?
But a long time. But yeah, I got it right there, and with the Rising Phoenix.
Nice.
2/1/23, best and worst day of my life. If you know, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Know? So.
What was it that brought you to your knees to finally give it a whirl?
Oh my God, I was on my knees many times, crying and praying for an answer. And I think I knew what it was, but you know how drugs and alcohol, just misery loves company, and those chains are heavy and they drag you down.
Mm-hmm.
So you're hurt and you're miserable, but a couple hours, the day goes by, you feel good enough again to dive back in.
Mm-hmm.
Am I boring you, Chad? No, I'm just joking.
Good, call him out.
I'm just joking. He's like, who is this Who is this guy?
He's trying to pull up the sheet that I have in front of me.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just joking.
ADD.
I thought that would be funny, but maybe I'm not.
It
I'm
is.
not there yet.
No, it's funny.
It's funny.
I
It
love
was my shot
It's
at it.
literally like
was-
how I do it to him too. So it's perfect. You fit right on in.
I'm sorry, buddy.
You're good, man.
Oh no, they're like, this is freaking nobody we brought out here. He's gonna call me out on my own show. Like, look at this building, okay? It's my building you're sitting in.
There you go. There you go.
I'm
God,
sorry, it's not
no.
lost on me.
No.
Freaking
needs it. Pull his
nobody,
ass back
loser,
in.
bottom feeder.
Oh man.
The
East
Bills haven't
Coaster.
won-
The only
yeah.
thing I can really say is East Coaster.
The
'Cause
Bills haven't won a Super Bowl. You piece of garbage. Go back.
Oh man.
No, so go back.
The Bills are terrible.
No,
Stop it.
man, don't. We were laughing and having fun. I would like to continue to do that. We're gonna win the Super Bowl this year, so it's regardless. Anyway, let's not get off topic. The more
Yes.
important thing is sober strong. And
Yeah.
the Bills are gonna win the Super Bowl. Where were we? I'm sorry. God,
The day you got sober, finally.
Yes. So
What was that? I mean, yeah, like because you said you've been dropped to your knees
Multiple times.
multiple times.
yeah.
And I feel like most of us can say that, right?
Yeah.
But there's that one day.
Enough is enough.
I think I saw the writing on the wall. So my life always I always managed to keep like all the fires burning somehow, if I could use that analogy.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I could maintain that in my normal life, drinking, doing drugs, working, having a marriage, a functional marriage. I traveled a lot for work. I was welding natural gas pipeline at the time. Wow. I was always gone. I was getting severely depressed on the road towards the end of my career. I did that for like 10 years, more or less. And things started to actually fall apart. Not that they weren't to some degree throughout that entire time, right? Building towards your final demise, if you will. But my marriage was becoming, the foundation of it was cracking. We're fighting, or I'm sleeping on the couch all of a sudden, and we're screaming at each other, and we're saying things that we would never say. And I started to miss work. Using became, the thought of it became, I became more comfortable with it than like, well, I can't really use right now because I have to get up, super early tomorrow. I guess what I'm trying to say is anything that used to deter it or push it back started to become a normal. So it's like, I don't even think about work tomorrow. I don't even think about the fact I have to go home tonight because I promised, my wife I would do this with her, whatever. And drugs and alcohol just took completely over that. And it became actually first, selfishly, it was my medicine, but it became, I was married to it. I was in love with it, beyond anything else. And I had worked so hard to get what I had. And I was slowly starting to lose it all. And I didn't know what to do to stop it, right? Because we're self-medicating, or a lot of people do. I'm no expert, that's for sure. I'm an expert in drinking and snorting cocaine.
Me too.
Yeah, right. And anything else that's around that I can get my hands on, but I'm definitely no recovery expert. So I did not know what to do. I was emailing like therapists in the middle of the night, like all fucked up. Subconsciously I was screaming for help. I'd wake up in the morning and be like, why did I fucking email that person, asking for help, or why did I do that? Like, how embarrassing! Like, what a loser, Like,
So it was in you. It was in you,
oh my
like
God,
screaming for some type of.
Relief, I guess.
right?
Had you had any prior like treatment or recovery or anything prior to this? Like,
So, when I was way younger, so we're talking a time period, I guess, from like 16 to 30,
okay.
31, 32. So it's been over. Yeah. So like 16 to 32. So yes, when I was younger, actually there was an incident that happened amongst many, but I ended up at a facility, but I was 18 and I wasn't court ordered to be there. So I left, they couldn't stop me from leaving, but I got dropped off there. I came to there, if you will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've done that many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Came to in rehab, like, what the
What
fuck?
the fuck?
This ain't where I want to
Yeah.
be.
Oh my God. I can remember it. I'll never forget it. And I was like, this lady's asked me all these questions and this.
Who
and
dropped
that.
you off?
My mother.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember going out for a cigarette and the receptionist or somebody at the front was like, where's he going? Where's he going? He can't drive or can't do this. I'm like, I'm just going for a cigarette, lady. And like all these people, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, just quit asking. I was like, I don't need to be here. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem. Like, quit asking me these questions. And like, I don't even know how I got here, why I'm here, and I'm leaving. And I did. In hindsight, I should have fucking stayed right then. So, to answer that question in a really roundabout way,
Yeah.
Yeah, there was periods where I could have gotten help, and there was other periods where I tried to stop myself. But something my therapist talks with me about is giving yourself permission. So, not just subconsciously. Like, I want to eat healthy. Today I'll have a salad. And maybe tomorrow I'll have a cheeseburger. It's like, now you're giving yourself permission. Well, how can I, what's the excuse for that I can't have one tomorrow, that I can keep working my way back to having one tonight? You know what I mean? Like, subconsciously, I would give myself permission to, I'm going to quit for now until I get healthier. And I want to get back to being able to do this physical exercise or whatever. And then once I get there, then I'll be good again. I'll be better equipped to handle it. Right? Giving myself permission all the time. So it was always a failure.
It's like moving the goalpost all the time.
Yeah. And I had no conception of what that, any of that kind of stuff was. No mindfulness. I had no subconscious, because I was dulling it out to reason, to think through things, right? Figure stuff out. Yeah. Where was I going with that? So,
No, that you had just like previously had like some experiences with obviously being dropped off at a facility at 18. So it was like already, I feel like that kind of sets into our subconscious that we possibly have a problem, because it's like not a normal activity or behavior that all of us go through.
Right.
How long have you been married?
So we got married in January 14th, 2017.
Did she know you had a substance problem?
I think, so that's a good question. I mean, I don't want to put her on the spot now.
Sure.
We met when I was really young.
Yeah.
20. So, but I think this speaks to probably a lot of people. When you're in your early 20s or younger, it's like one of those things, everyone looks at it as a phase.
Sure.
Maybe to some degree, not, IV and things like that maybe
Sure.
could be looked at from the outside as more serious than, oh, well, you know, it's just
It's normal to drink and snort some cocaine every once in a while.
On the
Yeah,
weekends,
and-
take a
I
little
mean,
Molly and take a little.
And
like,
I mean,
you know?
it is
yeah,
very
MDMA.
Mm-hmm.
acceptable in that
Especially
range. Doesn't
yeah.
mean that you're an addict. You know
Right.
what? Well, that's happening, but
Yeah.
you know, there's usually other signs that are popping out. Like, am I the guy that's still drinking when everybody's like, "Hey, I should probably go home"?
Yeah. Party is
Did
over.
did my cocaine use spill into my work days?
Right.
You know,
Why am I the only one up and no one else is around?
Yeah.
You know?
God, so true.
I mean, mine was apparently obvious because I was what you said. I was an IV drug user. So by the time I was 18, I was, you know, sticking needles in my arms, and that's where it had progressed for me.
Which I feel like is a lot easier to stick out to.
It is.
You know, that's very not normal, and like it's very much a problem
Right.
where you do fall into a kind of odd area where people are in college and early 20s, and there is a lot of
Experimental
exactly
things going on.
right, and so it is considered a phase, but like Chad was saying, is like usually there's
when can we make it not a phase anymore
Right,
though?
yeah,
Because
about
like when can we make like the phase of not doing that stuff in college cool? Because like so many people that may not have ever crossed that line in college, or they don't graduate because the partying gets out of control. I mean, and that's what I like, you know, about first off, I want to just quickly jump back to your company, Sober Strong, because like we joined this Recovering Out Loud movement a couple years ago because I lost my son-in-law to the fentanyl crisis.
Right.
You know, and prior to that, it's not that I wasn't recovering out loud. I just I didn't give two shits about social media. I was working. I was doing my businesses. I never was one of those people though, like. You know, I am involved in 12-step programs, and we do have traditions about anonymity and stuff like that. It doesn't mean what a lot of people think it means, though. So, and the founding people of Alcoholics Anonymous absolutely knew nothing about what this day and age is going to be like.
Surely.
But when they were talking about, you know, keeping your anonymity at the level of press, radio, and films, they were talking about your anonymity within the organization of Alcoholics Anonymous. Never did they ever does it say anywhere in any book that we can't talk about being sober and living a life of, you know, not drinking and using anymore. Doesn't say that anywhere in the literature. You could talk about that at press, radio, and films. You just weren't supposed to talk about being a member of Alcoholics Anonymous
or others, you know,
or
like
other
Right,
people,
yeah.
or who
Yeah,
you
don't
saw
put your
in
shit
there.
out.
yeah, exactly. Like you can put your own, but like, and I think like the traditions at the time made sense because like if you're in a grocery store or say that you're in a business meeting and all of a sudden you see somebody that you both were in a Alcoholics Anonymous or an NA or a CMA meeting, the last thing that you want, because you don't want to break theirs if you're comfortable and they're not, being like, oh, hi Chad, remember, it's so good to see you this morning at our
Are you going to
AA
be at
meeting."
that meeting tonight? Oh yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Are you coming tonight
Yeah.
to
So,
the
like-
Alcoholics Anonymous meeting?
So like those rules and like those traditions that were implemented totally make sense because it's not for us to put other people's business
right.
out there, you know,
Sure.
especially in recovery. However, because the times have shifted and because we do live in a social media era and we have podcasts and people are, you know, a lot more
Everything's
loud.
out there.
It is
I want to
everything.
encourage people
Me
to
too.
put your sobriety out there if you're
That's right.
comfortable with it and
Yeah.
if it doesn't affect your life or your job or your whatever it is.
Yours, not someone else's.
Yeah, yours, your own. Because you know what? So I walked into my first meeting and into rehab on December 28th of 1996.
Whoa.
And here's the thing, and whoa, for real, because like I can understand that in 1996 that everybody in the world didn't know that there was recovery.
Right.
But if you think for a second that we're in the era of 2025 and there's social media everywhere, if somebody doesn't know that recovery, if an addict out there on the streets doesn't know that recovery doesn't exist, it's our job to make sure that they do.
Yeah, right. 100%.
And to make it cool, because I remember being initially sober, I thought it was like my life was over.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be fun. Everything is just like basically just like this misery where it couldn't be further from the truth. Those are like the lies that you tell yourself to stay in your disease. And there wasn't people that were publicly speaking about sobriety, so I had no idea what that really even looked like.
Yeah, right.
Especially for someone that's like at the time. I mean, I started getting in trouble at the early 20s. So it's like who can I look to at the time? No one.
100%.
And so now it's like having a company like yourself and being Sober Strong is right there, aligning with like why we recover out loud, is because it's so important for people, even if they think that they are. Or even if they don't want to, like how you were saying about the phase in college and stuff, why have a phase? You don't have to pick up or use to be a part of or anything like that. There's so many other vices that you can actually do and have fun and be able to not be in this like misery and depressive mode, because that's what drugs and alcohol end up leading anybody, really. You're going to have this like come down no matter who you are.
That's
regardless
right. Or
of
death.
Yeah, or death now.
You're not going to live the high forever. There is
Never.
a come down. Yeah, that's so exactly what we're trying to do. And there's a ton of awesome sobriety inspired apparel companies out there. And we're definitely not the first, and we won't be the last. And that's a good thing. I mean,
we are the first.
Yeah, you are the first.
We actually are.
That's cool.
We're not the first.
Stop it.
But we're the first.
Yeah.
We were the first podcast of this kind.
That's cool.
Of this like style.
Yeah.
And that's pretty dope.
Well, you're fitting right in. It's exactly what we should be doing and what you should be doing, because we're in that era, right? And you look at podcasts like Pardon My Take, for example, with Barstool, the Barstool guys over there.
Oh yeah.
And there's tons of other ones.
The only one I can think of is Joe Rogan.
Well, yeah, there's Joe Rogan, and then there's one. These two comedians, of course, I'm on the spot. I won't be able to think of their names.
Oh my gosh, say it.
Bobby and
Emily knows all the comedians. Emily, which podcast?
There's
is it?
two comedians that have.
But
it's a podcast. You know it?
Yeah, she knows the comedians.
Yeah, right.
What is it?
Bad Friends.
Bad Friends.
So hilarious. But that's what is cool right now.
Well, look at the Yvonne. He
right.
has
my
his
God.
podcast.
It's hilarious.
And he's hilarious, but he talks about sobriety and he talks about his journey, because at one point in time he didn't believe in God and had his reasons, and I think it's really good because you get to see just other people of so many different walks of life coming from way different backgrounds, but we're all kind of saying the same thing.
Yeah,
so there's got to be some truth there.
This is that version for me, for us, right? For everybody who's not doing their own podcast. This podcast right here is that. And there's other ones too that are great.
Yeah, there's lots of good
of course.
podcasts in this genre now.
Yeah, but you're first.
We were first.
And best.
Of course, I mean, we think we're the best.
Of course, no.
And everybody is a very, very close second.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to... it's really, and to be honest with you, if you want to know the truth, it's not, we're just as good as everybody else. Yeah. There's a lot of people that are doing it, and if you're doing it, that's fucking dope.
Hell yeah.
Because like, I remember starting it and like wondering who would ever want to listen to it and how can I do it, and being scared to do it and do a lot of things.
Yeah.
But what's cool is like, if you're doing it, like if you have a desire to do something and you're actually doing it, even if you have one listener, that's fucking dope.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you wanted to start a sober apparel company. And like, I have clients here that they're always asking me like, I just want to wear sober apparel now.
Yeah.
And that's like huge.
Right.
For us addicts and alcoholics, there's 40 million of us. You know how many shirts you can sell?
Well, I mean, look at how many sports.
Yes.
If you're talking about the world of apparel, there's so much of the market for sobriety inspired apparel, sobriety related apparel. We could use another 100,000 companies to jump in.
Yeah.
I guess what separates Sober Strong, if people are wondering, is
this episode is brought to you by Wolfpack Bags. This gear is meant for anybody gym, lifestyle, to anybody that's on the move. I mean, I like to say that us here and everybody that tunes in, we're not average. We're always a wolf. They have all the goods that you need, especially for anybody that is looking for a bag to carry their meal prep, a lunch pail, anything like that. They have you covered. So once again, go to wolfpack.com, use the code Hopeaholics, save 10%, and join the pack.
It's the community that I'm trying to create, right? That fuck you community. Like, if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Like, if this is what we're doing, we're sober, we're out there, we don't really care. And I think it's a little taboo probably to take that approach. But that's the hardcore scene. That's kind of where that comes from. It's like, if you don't like us, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Because it's not, like I always say, it's not about you. It's about us and our crew. It's about us.
I mean,
you know?
I like it because you know what? If you don't like it, like I'm sober. And if you don't like it, fuck off.
That's right.
Like really fuck off. Because like, who are you to point a finger at me?
Exactly.
Because you're probably at home taking some Xanax that you get prescribed from your doctor and drinking your little wine, and your wife's probably an alcoholic, and you're being like fucking, oh, you're a drug addict. Well, I'm a recovering drug addict, that's motherfucker. Right.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I've done something pretty dope with my life. And I do want to say, because, you know, for the people out there that are struggling and wondering, or even like if you're not an addict yet, but you're drinking and using and it ain't, and you think it's all that, I can tell you everything I ever was looking for in my life, I found through recovery.
Right.
Like, I'm living a life that, like, I'm like, really?
Yeah, that moment of clarity, and you get
like,
to see how good it really is.
I get to have this much stress and not get loaded, and like, I get to. Like, God allows me to every day to get up and do this, you know, and when I say this, I'm not just talking about this podcast, this life that I get to live. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and don't get me wrong, I still bitch and complain about it. And I still have my days when it's like, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can handle all of this. But I can tell you, I never want to get loaded over it.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that, I love what you're building, because when you tell me, we're breaking the stigma is what we're doing. You know, you have to get in people's, sometimes for people to change, you have to tell them to fuck off. I'm here anyways, and you can't tell me that I'm not.
Yeah, you got to force. Yeah, change is difficult and all. You got to force your way in a little bit.
And eventually they start to see that you're not as bad as they thought you were.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, we're here. You know, we're not assholes.
Right. Yeah, I want to roll back to that.
Right.
Yeah. To give. Yeah. Right. To give people, to take that aggressive approach. So I'll do it. Right. I'll lead that charge. To your point, I'll lead the charge. I'll force in so that you can come and be comfortable just being open, because no one will be louder than us. You know,
right.
we'll take the hits for you. Join here and be comfortable in your sobriety, because we have another 12,000 people right now that are with you. You know what I mean? So you can be comfortable, or try it out, right? Jump in the pit and like hate mosh a little bit, see what happens, you know? It's like, all right, cool. I know I got my back. Some people got my back in the crowd here. So if that makes sense.
No, it totally makes sense, because it's not that it's all like where it's a movement saying fuck you to everybody else. It's like, no. It's be a part, like you can come over here and be a part of, just kind of using the reference of kind of like the grunge punk era of doing like the mosh pit thing. It was like a crew.
That's right.
It was like it was a hardcore crew. If you were about it, you were about it. If you aren't, on to the next.
Yeah.
Like, then this is not your crew. You're just building a crew. So it's like being comfortable within your skin, within your recovery, being able to talk about it. Because I think that, especially with apparel is a form of expression. So when you're in a grocery line, right, and you're wearing a Sober Strong shirt, you know what that does? It sparks someone to say something to you. Like, it might all of a sudden have somebody say, hey, you know what? I love your shirt. Are you in recovery? And then all of a sudden you can be like, as a matter of fact, I am.
Of course. It's awesome. There's so many people that have reached out since we went live on April 18th of this year. We went live. We just turned everything on. It was off. We did no pre-marketing or social or anything. It was off. Then website, social, everything went on. And there's been so many, I mean, like our ambassadors we have people that are loyal to, I mean, ready to pick up a spear and go to war with us. And saying, you know, I've been waiting for something of this feel, of this vibe to be born so I could feel at home.
Step into it.
You know?
Because you have to think, how long have a lot of us been shunned or told to like fuck off or get out of here or treated like dirt? And then now to be able to feel a part of something or get behind something and feel good about it and not feel like you're living in shame because you're in recovery, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
There's no shame in recovery.
When I talk about this part specifically, I always think back to just people, the random people that will, online. What a gift we got with the internet, and we have to some degree, but the negative comments and the haters and the people who want to take something and try to turn it into a weapon against people that are involved with that thing, right? Like, oh, I know what I'm going to do in that piece of apparel. I'm going to go, shoot up or smoke some crack. Won't that be funny? Who knows if they really are or not.
They're just trolls.
Well, of course. But why would you say that? So that's where,
because it's usually like a 14-year-old boy trolling.
Yes.
But
that's where that mentality comes in. So if you were serious, of course we understand how the internet works, but if you were serious, that's where that mentality comes in. It's like, fuck you. Like, you would never say that shit to my face ever.
Never.
They would never.
And
they're probably desperately crying for help.
Now, if you are with us, a part of, or some other sobriety related group, you have the confidence to, you may not be an aggressive person. You may not have that personality type, but you can join up with us, throw the jersey on, and know that you can message me at any time. And this is true. I'm always on the DM, and I say that, and I respond to everybody, all day long, and know that you can have support. Like, dang, I wore my shirt out, but somebody, said something to me and it made me feel some type of way, and message me, like, let's talk about it. Like, I'm there. So that's the community we're trying to create. We're not the best. We're not number one. We're not advocating for violence, certainly, or anything like that, but we're out loud, and we don't care that we are. So if you don't like it, move on to the next thing, because this is what we're doing. So that's what we're trying to do here.
I love it. You got sober in 2023. This was birthed, you said, 9 months ago, right? After your accident.
His accident was 9 months ago. It was
birthed 9 months ago. After his accident.
Went live in April, though. Here we are. We're only April, May, June, July, August, 4 months.
Yeah.
So my accident happened in March of 24.
Okay.
So after that
is when this kind of started.
Is when I started.
Because you were already sober then. You were already sober like a little over a year or something, right? So what made the accident all of a sudden switch to all of a sudden I want to do apparel? Because apparel is a hard business to get into too.
Oh, tell me about it. Yeah. So I think I work very hard at, so I came from welding natural gas pipeline. Again, it's probably similar to you, and I'm not sure if you were active in social media and online, but most of the apps I never used, if some of them very rarely. So I really didn't have any experience doing PR marketing, whatever that stuff is. So I sorry, I'm losing my. You're gonna have to cut Lewis. You're gonna have to cut this.
No, we don't cut. Back to the train of thought. You social media. You weren't any good at it.
You're probably laying in bed, scrolling.
So when the first 6 months of my sobriety, the goal of getting into apparel is I always wore the same thing all the time because I was always at work. So it was always like a treat for me to put on normal clothes. It was always like a button-down jeans and slip-on boots, like the same, different color, the same clothes every single day. That's all I did was work Monday through Sunday. So I like to dress up or have some variety in apparel. It's something people probably don't think about too often, but when you're deprived of being able to like throw on something different, a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, you appreciate it more. So I liked apparel and I wanted to help people, right? Because we donate directly to recovery facilities. And we can talk about that. But what in the first 6 months of my sobriety, I'm going to loop this to a point. The first 6 months of my sobriety were really difficult, like many. Withdrawal, depression, not knowing what treatment was available and not seeking out the treatment because I was scared to leave the house. And I was having massive panic attacks and I was ending up in the hospital and so on and so forth. So actually, what did it was for me to start getting the proper treatment was I went to a cardiologist appointment and had a massive panic attack in there in like the first 30 seconds. And the doctor there had called what is called the mobile crisis unit, something we have available to people in our area. So they came and saw that I was in distress, if you will, and got me. That started the information train, right? Like what is out there for me? Like this is not new, what's happening, and there's people that can help you with certain things, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to. That really saved me and made me be able to live. So I wanted to have something where I could spread that, like for those people, the same as me, who are sitting there, especially in the blue collar world and struggling, because I'd never heard of the mobile crisis unit. I knew nothing about anxiety, depression, withdrawal, panic. It was all new. I never even heard everyone's probably heard of depression, anxiety, but you don't understand until you have it. So I wanted to help people who were just like me, like many of us. And how could I do that? I wanted to do it through apparel because I was no longer in industry. And it was something, I started buying, but prior to, in between leaving the industry and starting Sober Strong, I would like start buying some shoes, like a couple pairs, and this is all new to me. Mm-hmm. Like I never did any of that, and I really liked it. It might sound goofy, but again, like when you're deprived of it, like anything, and you get into it, you find some joy and excitement. Gives you that small endorphin rush that drugs and alcohol used to, right? So that's where I went with it. So I started teaching myself. I had the time. I was in recovery, and then post surgery, still recovering from that. I had the time to play around with design, do research, and I just watched YouTube videos and read articles and taught myself what I thought the way to do this was, and I started doing it, and that's how it happened. So I don't mean to ramble. I think we come off as a large, like, many moving parts company to some people, not to everybody. But it's not that. It's really just me and like our crew, certainly, of followers, and like a friend maybe to help me do this company. You know, we don't have like corporate money. It's all funded by me. So when you purchase from us, you're not feeding some big monster. You're just helping people in recovery and helping Sober Strong continue to do what we're trying to do. Sorry, Chad, go ahead.
I love it.
I know.
I
went way off with
No,
that.
you didn't. No, you didn't.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, not at all.
I like the last part that you said though, because I feel like that's we built everything that we have, including this podcast, everything that we have with we've self-funded it from day one, and I'm like proud that we don't have any corporate money, and I think that's so cool because like I don't like corporations coming into this industry, big ones that have nothing to do with this industry because they see dollar bills in this industry.
Right.
When private equity, we'll talk about it in the treatment industry, when they come in, they rip the heart and soul out of the program. And each client that comes in now becomes a dollar bill, or a ways to make more money for their investors.
Yeah.
Everything that we do is to help save another person's life. Like everything that we do.
Right.
And so I like that. And I heard you say a little bit ago that you donate money back into helping addicts. What does that look like?
Yeah. So it's the best version of what I could come up with, and it will evolve. Like this company will evolve, but right now we've committed to donating 10% of each sale to a chosen recovery facility quarterly. And we may extend the time period just so we can make more of an impact. Or if, the company can pick up, within a shorter amount of time, then we can make a larger impact quarterly. But we started at home with East House, which is a large recovery facility in Rochester, New York, that helps addicts, gives them a place to live, education, helps them with work, helps them obviously get off of whatever they're doing. And then right now we're with Blue Waters Recovery Foundation and Blue Waters Dog Rescue out in South Florida. They have a small number of recovery facilities or houses, that they put people up in and help them recover. And they have a shelter that they take dogs in, rescue them, and then pair them with recovering addicts, which I thought was awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
And Tiffany, the woman who started it, I'm not going to talk too much to her. I'll let her tell her own story. Tiffany, I wish she was here, but she seems like a very amazing person. I haven't had the pleasure to meet her, but that facility, I have family that is in the area. That's how I was like, I want to get away from Rochester. We have some good support in Florida. Where can I find a facility that makes sense close to family? That's how I ended up at Blue Waters. So that will be our second donation, right? Because we only launched in April.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing right now, and we'll see how that evolves. But
cool.
I love it.
Yeah, we give the money right to them. So help people with it.
Yeah, that's amazing. How are you and your wife since you've had to go into treatment and recovery? Because you obviously were together a good amount of years before you got into recovery. So, I mean, I feel like that had to be an adjusting period for you both.
Yeah, never better. So this is, I just want to preface, I think that's the right word.
Yeah.
This is only the second time. So I did a podcast in Detroit not too long ago with the Level Up guys. They're awesome. But that was the first time I spoke publicly about anything.
Sure.
So I haven't talked about a lot of this, and I haven't talked about my marriage yet publicly. But I guess I decided to dive into it. So just
y'all
if it's vague, if
it's vague because he hasn't gotten permission from his wife, you may want to have this real conversation with your wife. Hey, babe, Lewis, what am I allowed to say? Where can I go?
Yeah, and you can totally tell me to fuck off.
And I'll only tell my side of it. Yeah. And I always make you look good, baby, because you're the best.
And we can literally leave it as you guys are better than ever at this moment.
Well, we are,
you know,
but she is the best. For her to stick around, I would have left 10 times over. Mm-hmm. Not her. I wouldn't have left her, but in another.
But if you were her, you would have left yourself.
Oh, yeah,
that's right. I'm already starting to sweat.
Leave it to me to ask.
Ooh, we're getting into the hot topic now.
To make you feel better, I only ask about marriages because I'm going through a divorce.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
In sobriety.
In sobriety.
Yeah.
Oh, our marriage is better than ever. I can tell you that I couldn't stand to be home. In the pipeline world, there's a lot of off and on. It can be because you want it to be like that, or it can be because work is slow.
Yeah.
But there's always periods where you're going to come home, whether you did a 3-month, 6-month stint, whatever, and you're just going to take some time off because the work schedule is not a normal work schedule. So I couldn't stand to be home for more than like 3 weeks. We would be at each other's throats. And I had been gone already all this time. So you would think like it would be the total opposite, but it wasn't genuine time spent because I was always fucked up or going through my illnesses of anxiety, depression, going through those things that I was covering up with drugs and alcohol. If I wasn't using that, I was irritated. I couldn't sit with myself. My mind was racing. So it wasn't good time spent together, the little time that we did have. Since I left that industry, got sober and clean, things have been great. They really have. So as far as my sobriety and my marriage, things have never been better. That's the truth.
Nice.
And I don't want to be away. I want to be around my wife all the time. I did before. I just want to make that clear. But now
you're actually spending time with her as before.
Good
yeah, I get
time.
it. I totally get it. It's difficult. And shout out to her for staying and riding the wave, because I am the same. If I had to deal with myself not in recovery, I would want to leave my ass too. 10 times over.
Yeah, she was fed up.
Yeah.
And I don't blame her.
For sure.
I was fed up.
Yeah.
Right? We hate ourselves more
totally.
than
I'm trying to get away from myself too.
I mean, there's times in sobriety, man, where I what happened, Lewis? You didn't know who was talking for a second, or you just hit the wrong button? Huh?
What happened?
He's getting ready to make all these cuts. Time stamping.
I started talking and he put the camera on you. That's what happened.
Like, let's get.
I was like, do I sound like? Do he and I sound alike, Lewis? Huh? Oh, okay. All right. Just checking. See, but here's the shitty part is I can tell who's on camera, whose camera is live, because if you look over there at the TV, the big screen is the live person.
Oh, it does? See,
Yeah.
I have
See,
I can't. That's why my seat I can't ever see. I mean, I could, but I feel like then you.
And am I looking at the fucking TV, or am I looking at my camera, or am I looking at the guest? What am I doing? Here's me looking at the guest.
I tried not to look over there
I
for
don't.
this reason.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Lewis, I'm still. Yep, thank you.
Lewis, I'm still talking.
Thank you, right here. Yeah, and my office is going to be down the hall. So
next door.
Yeah, I try not to look over there. I'd just be distracted.
Yeah, exactly. I don't, because then it's just not good.
Sorry, Chad. Go ahead. You were on to something.
you were
Lewis
saying something.
screwed it up. Now we're back.
I know
Lewis, what was I saying?
I do.
You do? What was I saying?
You were saying even sometimes in recovery or
Oh,
sober,
like
I try to.
Well, no, I can't. I would leave myself if I could, because I mean, if y'all lived in my head, it ain't always rainbows and butterflies or peaches and cream or you know, what else is
Good thoughts.
What else is
Good thoughts?
Yeah, strawberry milkshake,
Tillamook ice cream. It's not always that.
Yeah,
No,
and I love Tillamook ice cream.
me too.
yeah.
But sometimes after eating too much Tillamook ice cream, I ain't feeling like Chad's all that great and grand. Especially when I wake up the next morning and I couldn't get out of bed to go to the gym because I had just
A hangover.
Yeah.
The cleaner your diet becomes, the harder it is to overindulge in.
Dude, it's so true.
And when you do overindulge,
You feel
it
like
really
shit.
fucks you up.
Yeah,
I really fucked up this weekend, man.
yeah. And don't come. I know there's been so many like fitness professionals that have come through this podcast that I've seen. So
Yeah.
I'm not. Shape. Like, don't attack me. Don't write in. Don't at me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, definitely don't at me, because I know how that community gets online. But I think the cleaner your diet is, the worse. The harder it is to digest the entire pizza or a gallon of Tillamook.
Fuck, thank God I didn't wake up in the middle of the night, because when I came down this morning, there was a whole box of pizza on my on my counter, and I opened it when I walked in. I was like, "Who the fuck brought this home?" No, it was like half gone. But Aurora and Gia must have went to some pizza place last night and brought home. But if I would have woke up,
You would have had.
I would have devoured some of those slices. Because I was just like having one of those nights last night. You guys have just seen how much fucking food. And then I ended it with a big ass bowl of cereal.
Hell yeah.
After I had eaten.
Wow. That's a lot, man. And then this morning you were,
Well, I wasn't feeling great, and I didn't make it to the gym.
God.
And then the pizza was down there, and I was like, I opened the pizza. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, you're already here, so you might as well finish it off. You know what I mean? Been right there with a lot of other things.
Yeah.
I got, I'm already here, so I might as well buy another bag.
As soon as
Right?
Yeah, just for today. What else you got?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Don't stop now. I think we're just.
Right?
I'm just getting comfortable.
He's just on a roll.
But he's still thinking about the comment I made when he was. Just
Of
we don't want to
course.
go all the way back there. We've come so far now, but he's like, yeah,
I know.
the door is that way. Thanks for coming.
Now that you've gotten sober and you're, started your recovery journey, and you were brought into places where you needed the mobile services and things of that nature, where you had anxiety and depression that were like crippling. What have you found out about yourself
That's a good question.
prior,
Yeah.
where you're escaping feelings and all those things, and then now that you have this, you've created something I think that is beautiful and special, and it seems like the person that's sitting in front of me is not anything remotely like the one individual that needed the mobile service at that time.
Right. Thank you for that compliment. That's such a good question. And I'm sure there's other people that feel this way, especially if you started young in your using drugs and alcohol. I don't know that I ever took time to figure out who I am. I think I'm kind of doing that right now. I don't know what myself was, because I was a child and I was in an environment that was, you're kind of like, it's kind of like bowling almost. And not every childhood, I'm just paraphrasing, but you kind of have bumpers up and do this, do that, go to bed, eat now, eat this. And then I went from that to being on my own right away. right? And then it was like drugs and alcohol immediately. And I spent the next 10 to 12 years or whatever in active addiction or getting there. And I never stopped to think about my identity as a person and like what I'm like. And so what am I like now? This is the best version of myself. I can tell you that. I'm calmer. I respond instead of react most of the time. I'm working on that.
Yeah,
But response,
perfection.
yeah, reaction versus response is so huge. And I can listen to people and think about what they're saying and how it makes me feel. And before where I just wouldn't, it's just about me and how I feel. That's what it was about. Very selfish, right? I think people can relate to that. So I'm still learning about myself. But everything so far has been a blessing. There's no doubt. This is the best version of me. And it's hard to see. I think you guys can probably relate. You can't see that while you're in addiction. You're like, there's no way that I'm going to be happier, clearer, smarter, right? When you hit your recovery clarity, a lot of people get that. There's no way that's going to happen. There's no way I can't conceptualize that until you get there. And then you're like, damn, I feel fucking good. You know what I mean? I feel a little smarter. Like I feel a little more in control. I feel more focused. So I'm learning. Does that answer your question?
Oh yeah, for sure. Those are all the things I think that we're searching for in the first place.
Yeah.
A little bit of confidence, a little bit of feeling some type of okay in your own skin.
Yeah.
It comes from being calmer, being able to listen, knowing that we are little selfish assholes 99.9% of the time. Being able to see that. But it is very difficult, especially when you first start, to even see beyond the current moment, and the current moment always feels like despair.
Yeah.
And torture.
What do you think, Chad?
I don't know. He's looking at something that's bothering me.
Well, I thought he was just...
My hand is in hers. What's
For
going
some
on
reason,
here?
since the 9 a.m.
Is this
had
gonna-
meetings, and he's like been squirrel. Like often
Squirrely?
Yeah.
It's
His ADD is on another one.
the
I thought
diet
mine was like,
yesterday.
yeah, the sugar got him on
Tilt?
yeah,
Yeah.
on a swivel.
It was a lot of sugar
Really
yesterday.
back
A
in.
lot of sugar yesterday. Fucking
I just
couldn't-
asked a profound question, and he enjoyed it.
I loved it. I thought it was great. And
He was on some other one.
I heard everything you said.
Yeah, but you all of a sudden looked like you were trying to motion towards me with I don't know what.
My hand.
Chad, I am
Is my
sorry.
hand going to be in the YouTube
You know
video?
what I mean? Like, dude, I don't want you to... I would like to get a photo with you. There's other things that I had in mind when this ends. I don't want to just leave right away. I brought gifts.
Oh my God, you brought
Well,
gifts?
we want to open the
Tons
gifts
of-
on the podcast.
I brought
We should-
tons of
we should,
gifts.
we should open the gifts
They're
on
right
the
there.
podcast.
They're right there,
Drop them, Chad.
Chad, they're right there. A lot of this
Just
for
playing.
Wow.
you. Yo, that was
Emily,
wild. Especially in this.
Emily, will you grab those for me,
Emily.
please? Pretty please.
I
Pretty
brought,
please with the cherry on top.
Gifts for Lewis. Your name was mentioned in a text message, so there's a
Wow.
number of things for you.
What about Emily?
Emily, I don't. Catherine.
Catherine.
It's up to Catherine.
We'll give them.
I'm
We'll give
God, you
whatever.
brought
was-
a ton.
We'll give whatever was going to be for Catherine to
Well,
Emily.
I don't
'cause
know if
Emily-
Catherine put it in for herself or Emily, but
It's okay. I can take
there
it all.
is plenty of stuff in here.
There
for-
is
for
a
people.
ton.
Let's see. This is like a sweatshirt.
Wow.
Yeah, tons of
Oh
stuff.
my God. I love gifts.
So one of the great things about going all in your new apparel venture is that all our stuff, and this is just a little plug for the company if you don't mind.
Of course. That's why you're here. Of course,
All our stuff is made for us. So when you're buying from, I'm packing it and sending it to you.
Yes.
We're not drop shipping.
check this out.
This stuff is already
Yes.
made. And it's,
Oh, that's sick.
and it's of high quality. So I have the ability to bring, like I can go to our inventory and get stuff for you to bring down here.
No, I love
which
that.
is nice. So I brought a bunch of stuff, and I saw you guys golfing.
Yes.
There's some polos in here, golf polos.
This quality feels bomb.
I can't believe it.
Which one is the golf?
I don't. You dump.
Dude, this is
dump
bomb.
In a bag. This might be.
Wait,
for
is this a Phoenix?
Yeah. Yep.
So that's.
Yeah, that's part of
jam.
our logo is the Rising Phoenix. This could be part of the Patreon section.
Oh.
But there's hats for everybody.
He even knows about the Patreon.
Dude,
really.
Yeah,
Chris.
Plug. Yeah. There's a Patreon. But we got enough for.
Oh my gosh.
Lewis, if you want to come
Holy
over.
smokes.
Oh,
He's
jeez.
got to man the camera.
My hat went flying.
I love
here's
this.
the polo.
I love this
Did
color.
you see that?
Yeah, I know. I didn't know if you were hat people, but
I am.
What are those?
So
I am.
these are for you and Chad.
Yeah.
This is yours
Yeah.
specifically,
Oh, okay.
but you can.
I think it's Solomon.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
And Chad has the same.
Oh my
other
god,
thing.
this is sick.
Cool, right? That's the polo. So those polos,
love this.
I didn't even put those on the website. I just made them because I'm an avid golfer, and it was a sport.
Are you? We're just starting.
A sport that helped me through early stages of sobriety.
Oh, look at me in a hat.
Oh, these are the new ones. You look really good, actually.
How cute is this?
These are our new
This?
our new 5 panels.
It's super cute.
Yeah.
I'm wearing this. We have to go to the range this week.
Yeah,
We have to go to the range this week.
those polos cost me way too much to make. They're really high quality,
They're
and
so
I
high quality.
haven't put them on the website, but
You better.
I have more fun giving them out. I love giving stuff to people, so honestly, we've given so much product away, more
So
than we've sold. I can tell you
So heavily. That is the one thing that is so tough because it costs money to make these things, and then all of a sudden we find ourselves giving a lot away.
Well,
which
what happened to us? Let me tell you what happened to us recently.
I don't want to get mine confused.
We just
Thank you so much.
My
this
pleasure.
this is
incredible.
insane. Can you?
And I actually really like
We'll make a what?
That's I
Before-
appreciate that.
because that's
yeah,
sometimes hard to,
Yeah, of course.
like I love gifts, but sometimes we receive stuff and I'm always thankful and grateful.
yeah,
But
yeah. It's yeah. You're not gonna.
We're wearing it all.
I'm wearing this and it's like
You need to put it on. We're gonna take pictures in it after.
Yeah, right on.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, we had just ordered our swag, our logo swag, just our standard logo swag,
Right.
and
I love
I believe before our swag even arrived. What was it before our swag arrived? No, it wasn't before our swag arrived, but right after our
Get
swag.
to it.
No. This is we
This is-
need this content for
Yeah.
for the
You gotta
No.
build up,
I'm
build
ready.
up.
I'm already ready.
You know what I'm gonna say, and he may not.
I don't.
Yeah. Well, our logo used to have 3 people on it. Now it
Oh,
only has 2.
Right.
And so we have 300 pieces
Oh
of
God.
logoed swag that is virtually no good anymore. I mean, it's
that's
It's
tough.
a limited edition.
we're trying to sell it for double the price,
Got
but
you.
it's so far we've sold 0 at double the price.
Yeah.
I have been able to give a bunch away for free. People will take it for free.
Yeah, that's a.
I was trying. I was like, this
donation move. It
this
hurts.
logo will never be again.
Yeah.
So buy it now, but it is going to cost you more.
Yeah, I get the concept. It's a tough sell out there, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I can't sometimes
Get it
I
back
can't
on
even
Natalie.
give away the shirts. People want me to pay them
Yeah.
to give it to them.
Well, that's never happened to us.
And that's
I
why,
love
and that's part of the reason why I'm here.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love the quality. It feels so nice.
I know the
and
quality is
soft.
good.
Yeah.
It's 100% jersey cotton. The t-shirts are 270 approximately in weight, and the hoodies are 470. So they're heavy weight, and those are from the
Let me feel that.
the
one.
roll of fabric.
See, I like this. It's a nice thick T-shirt.
Yeah.
And then what's this one? This one's
No,
different.
I like this one.
This is that a girl's
And
one?
I like
No,
this one.
No. See, I like
This one.
this is manly. This is thick and tough and manly, and then this is like premium, soft.
So
Or no, is it different? No, it's not.
it's not much different. This is
different.
this is a new t-shirt right here. Let me just, if you don't mind, our Stay True tee. Oh, I'm on the wrong camera. So this is a new design, a new shirt that's come out. That's why it feels a little different, because we're evolving, right?
Yeah.
I like it.
But
It's not
the
yours.
other is
This is an extra medium. Nope, that's yours.
Mine.
the other tees. That's why they may feel a little different. It's just we made some tweaks. That's all.
All right.
But
I mean, I like them all.
you know,
The
those
sweatshirts
tees,
are, and where can they find this? Where how do people order it?
yeah, thank you. We have a website. It's soberstrongapparel.com. So you can go to that website and order right there.
That's an extra medium.
That's soberstrongapparel.com. Soberstrongapparel.com. You can get so
Right
I
here,
just
look
wanted to
at-
say the other thing.
Guys, soberstrongapparel.com.
SoberStrongApparel.com.
That's it. You know what I mean? It's very easy. It's simple. Soberstrongapparel.com.
Smart.
And you can go
Sober Apparel.
and you can go. I need the what do they call it? The back end of the site. You need. Oh my God! I've been doing so much of this lately. If we keep saying it's Sobriety Apparel, Sober Apparel, Sober T-shirts, so when this plays, Google will pick up on all those keywords. And so the more we say soberstrongapparel.com, get
Sober
your
is-
sobriety apparel and your sober tees there with your sober.
Yeah, because
hoodies.
Google is listening right now. Are we all connected to the internet?
Yeah.
Facebook is listening too, so especially Facebook.
SoberStrongApparel.com.
Do you,
It's
uh,
like a fucking rhyme.
The keywords.
Do you advertise it all on Facebook on Meta?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're trying
Yeah,
to-
we do.
We're and thank God for you two for allowing me to be here. Hopefully we can get even a couple more new followers.
Of course.
You know what we need? A promo code. Hopeaholics promo code. You should put a Hopeaholics
Oh,
promo
yeah.
I can make one.
code.
Yeah.
You know,
make a promo code and yeah.
I can make one when I get
Oh.
back to the house. I could have brought that up, but you may not have enjoyed our time together, so maybe you didn't want one. But now I know you do.
We didn't know until we saw the apparel, because if it was crap, we were just gonna be like, "All right, dude,
Thanks for the shirt.
thanks for
Thanks
good."
for the shirt.
And then we wouldn't
We
have
wish
put it.
you
And then
well.
we weren't gonna put it. And then we weren't gonna put it out.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something else. These tees are this print right here is $29 for this t-shirt. So and we have a deal even going on. So the classic logos tees similar to that hoodie with the embroidered phoenix on the back, and there's a couple other prints. That Tranquility tee, those are I put those on sale for $17.99. So you tell me where you're going to get that quality, a t-shirt for that price, and to be shipped out to you. So, you know, we're in it for the crew. These are the jerseys. Go to soberstrongapparel.com.
Get yours today.
Thank you.
So
much for
you always have to tell people what to do. It's so important. Like whenever you do, because like when we do any kind of advertising for, because we help people, right? If you don't tell them to reach out today, they might not do it today.
They might not go to soberstrongapparel.com right now. But they should. But to your point, not to cut you off, but you have to tell them what you're going to tell them. Then you have to tell them. And then you have to tell them why you told them. It's a teaching technique, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. And it takes 7 times before people
Who did
actually
you learn that from?
you.
Thank you.
Before they go to soberstrongapparel.com.
Yeah.
Actually make a
Order
purchase.
now.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
have said it 7 times now.
I get that. I wish this could have been live. It would have. We could.
Do you ever do? Oh, so one of our sponsors does.
That tea is 17, 18 bucks.
This tea is
Wait, let me see.
18 bucks.
Feel
I
that.
love this
Let me
one.
feel that
I
back
love
little
it.
piece right here. Is this different? This
It's
is like
embroidered.
this is embroidered on.
Bomb.
Right. I mean, where are you going to get that?
Where are you gonna get that for
I don't
real?
know. You can't.
You ain't gonna get it from the Hopeaholics swag.
Not for $17.99.
No.
No.
Ours. No, we charging $50.
But I'll tell you where you can get it at SoberStrongApparel.com.
Yeah, you can get it at SoberStrongApparel.com and get your Sober Strong Apparel today.
So I had a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chris. This is amazing. This is so much.
This is honestly a dream. Not to blow you guys up, but
Oh no, but please
Not to
do.
toot our horns.
this has
Toot it.
been literally a dream come true, and I hope that we can grow this company into the size because it's not there right now, unfortunately.
You're a baby. You've been open for 4
Right,
months.
where I
Patience.
can do this.
What was I gonna
all
say
the
though?
time.
Like,
Yeah.
look, your quality is bomb.
It is bomb.
You're on the right path. What was I gonna say about one of our sponsors does what? And then I forgot.
I don't know.
Fucking didn't finish it, and now I can't remember. It was
Group.
like, it was really TikTok fucking live
lives.
sales.
Oh,
TikTok live sales.
I don't even know how to use TikTok. We
Well, you
have
better.
one, but I have to.
Who's
mess
the
there.
most tech savvy in your home? You, your wife?
Yeah,
You
well,
have kids yet?
No,
No.
no, that's a whole. We gotta reschedule. That's a
Reschedule
whole-
that.
That's another 2
That's
hour
an episode.
conversation. Easily.
So one of our sponsors, they go on TikTok live and they
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 do a
open
lot
it
of
up
sales.
and they do a lot of sales to the point where they are doing 10 hours a day of TikTok live,
And
6
you
days
would
6
think
days a
We
week.
have a TikTok. You would think have we?
You would
done
think
live
that
yet?
we would be live
No.
right now.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, I mean, you have employees, you have buildings and lights, electric. You have, I mean, I can't believe you don't have a TikTok going.
24/7.
Basically, I think people watch live feeds
Jinx.
of people sleeping.
I know.
They'll watch anything.
They do. It's like a shelf to them.
Oh yeah, that is a thing. People do TikTok lives while they're sleeping.
I think I need.
Dude, I'm gonna do that.
No, I'm gonna start doing. I keep
Except for
saying-
I do weird shit in my sleep. So it
People
might
would follow
be-
you two around easily. I
I
don't know
feel
about
like-
me, but
You too.
You
We're all,
wa-
everybody wants to watch something.
yeah, whatever your day to day is.
Yeah, and we're a mess, in a good way.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Okay, ice cream man,
right.
bowl of cereal.
Could you imagine if I would have
Yeah.
just TikTok lived
Totally.
and just me not being able to like sit
But I
down
think
for a
then-
second
I think
yesterday?
my family
So I'm
would
in the
be like,
kitchen.
Are you okay?
Like I should have just went live on. Does it have to be TikTok or can I
No,
go
you can
live
go
on
on Insta.
Instagram? Is Instagram?
Yeah, you can do live.
Is it as
Live,
cool
or
though,
you could do it on
Emily,
YouTube.
to be live on Instagram as like TikTok? Where does Pat Ridge go live
YouTube.
on TikTok?
YouTube.
Pat? Dude, I
Insta-
love that guy.
Instagram's better
Oh yeah,
for
he's great.
Instagram-
He's on here.
I don't know him, but I follow him.
He's cool.
my
I don't know.
love to
I don't
meet
know.
him.
my wife's high school friend.
He is?
My wife knows him
Small
really
world,
well.
huh?
Dude, I started following him so long ago, and
We had him on the podcast not too long
what's
ago.
up, Pat?
Pat?
At me.
At
Your content's
at
funny.
Sober Strong.
The way he interacts with his...
He goes live like a motherfucker.
You should
I know, it's so funny.
I
you
know.
should send him a couple shirts and
I would, but
what kind of weird? He wears funny clothes though.
he has his own thing too. So
He has clothes, apparel.
I think it's learning
have
to
clothes,
lose.
too.
I don't know, Pat. I don't. Is it learning to lose, Pat? Can you call in?
Pat
right now?
Pat actually
Pat, call in.
Pat actually did my wedding. He filmed my wedding.
Oh, that's right. He does do that too, man. That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Ridge Productions.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Now we're going off on a tangent. Chris, thank you so much. This is going to be super successful. We wish you all the
thank
success,
you.
however we can be of help.
It's
and
better to be
collab.
sober strong than sober weak.
And our
right?
Instagram is at Sober Strong Apparel. So if anyone isn't following now, you could, if you wanted to. You know what I'm
Follow
saying?
today.
Yeah. Which shirt are you going to put on to take this picture right now?
Ooh.
Oh, right. This is one of the parts I was looking forward to.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.